Okay, what I'm doing today is I'm grinding up some papers for a little booklet I'm going to put together that I'm going to have little collages on top of. And I need some pages for the collage and for the pages and for little bits for the collage. So I got out some failed experiments, and I'm going to do a technique called Vaseline resist. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but I'll show you how to do it. It's real simple, real easy. Alright, so I'm going to take, let's do the orange one. This is how you do the resist itself. Then I'm going to take, see this here, and use this. Now all you're going to need is your regular printing supplies and some Vaseline and baby wipes. I just got regular cheap Kroger's petroleum jelly. So I'm going to go over the top of this with this. I laid down a piece of paper so I don't make a mess over everything. I laid figure out where I want my stencil to go. Now I'm going to use my finger. You can use a palette knife. I don't like doing it that way, but you can do it that way if you want. I don't mind the icky on my fingers. It actually softens up my hands. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going across. I'm holding my stencil down tightly though. And I'm doing just rubbing in those little bits in between the stencil. Getting the paper coated. Now you don't want a heavy coat because you don't want it seeping underneath. So try and keep it light. And just make sure you get all the paper. The stencils will clean off easily with soap and water when you're done, so it's not, I mean it sounds messier than it looks, but it will soften your hands. And I'm not being too precise because I'm trying for a grungy, there's a pattern in there somewhere look, you know. I don't want you to focus in on the pattern. That's what I want you to know. There's sort of like life. You know there's an underlying pattern, but you can't always focus in and figure out what it is. That's what I'm going for. Okay, so I got it all of it that I want anyway is done. I'm going to take a piece of paper towel, sponge it up, make a flat side to it, and basically I'm going to rub away. Because I only want the smallest hint. But I do want to make sure it's all covered. So it sounds noisy, but I'm lightly scrubbing away so I got just a hint of Vaseline on it. I keep moving my paper so I get more absorbent side. Dab it a little where it's a little too heavy. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it when I pick it up, but it is on there. Now you're going to have to wash this stencil with soap and water. I got a stack of them over here I've been using. Can you see that pattern? I don't know if you can. It would be just the right light. I'm going to do one more and then we're going to print them. Let's do this one. This is a disaster. And I'm going to print them in a dark color. Like I said, I'm looking for a real grunge look. Alright, I'm going to use those two stencils. And I don't want a lot of the white, so I'm not going to go in where this area is white. I want that to be the dark color that I'm going to be using. So I'm just kind of rubbing it in these middle areas where I got more yellow. Where that piece of paper came from. I don't need to go over that far. There. Now I'm going to do these getting my fingers gooky and rubbing it in there. Trying very hard not to move the stencil on the paper. Okay, now I need a clean paper towel to do this. Hold this down. Add this one more. You want to be careful not to slide the, you want to make sure that that stencil's down tight, because you're not wanting to slide it, slide the Vaseline under it. So I'm going to do this one a little bit better. You're not trying to get, when you do this technique, well, you may be trying, but you're not going to get it. You're not trying to get a real crisp, like on this one with the stencil. You're not going to get even that crisp. What I'm trying for is a real grunge look. Alright, and don't slide it when you lift it like I just did. Lift it straight up. My fingers are all gooey now. Trying to get a baby wipe out so I can wipe my hands. I need some more baby wipes out here. I'm going to wipe my hands before I pull down the stuff to do the printing. So I have two now that I'm going to print. And always put a clean sheet down for when you're doing the Vaseline so it doesn't get onto everything else. That was that page I just picked up. Believe it or not, that's a gel plate. Look at how black that is. Let's do this sideways so you can see it better. Plate's a little grungy, but not bad. Alright, so what I'm going to do is a nice coat of, I think I'll just use the indigo on the first one. Oh, that's too much. I gotta hurry up because I turned the air off so I could film. Everything dries faster. Even the golden open doesn't want to stay open. Alright, we're going to lay this one down. Just a light press. You're not wanting to get heavy with this. And you're not going to see the final effect when you do this one. You'll see somewhat. But you don't see the final effect until you clean the you totally clean off the Vaseline. After this is dry, after the paint's dry, then I will take the baby wipe and clean the Vaseline off. So you can see. And you can take a print of this. And then clean it off with a baby wipe. And these prints are quite nice. And you can do another print if you wanted to wait and put white over it. And something nice would come of that too. But I'm just going to clean it with a baby wipe and do another one. And basically I'm just trying to get the Vaseline off that's stuck off from this first one. But you can see what I mean. The prints are not crisp. They're like a grunge print. Much different from when if you would print with just the stencil. So it's a nice effect. I mean, it's just a different tool in your toolbox when you're trying to do something different. Oh, these baby wipes don't want to come out. They want to all come out at once. And I'm going to take the stencils in the house and wash them. And then I'll come out later and wipe down the prints that we just did so you can see what they look like. Alright, now let's use some golden open. Not that it will stay open, but let's use a little bit of the purple. We've already got some of the blue on here, and a little bit of the black. Get a nice coat. Nice and even. Okay. I'm not pressing down hard because I don't want a dark. And I don't want to squish any of the wax that's on there. I don't want to squish it. There we go. See what I mean with the, it looks like maybe old poster board that's been on the wall for a while and peeling off, and it's a really nice effect, and you can find different ways to use it. I don't find it messy because I find that, you know, it keeps my hands soft. But I'll show you the difference real quick. Real quick, I'll show you the difference between the two different techniques. Let's just wipe this off. And the Vaseline will keep your plate soft and supple. It won't hurt it, that's for sure. Now, let me show you. Just using this stencil real quick. Same colors. Alright, there's the normal stenciling technique. Can you see the difference that you get? Difference in texture, difference in... I'm going to wait till these dry, clean them off, and I will show you. I'll put the photos all of the finished product in the end. But this is just a different technique. Like I said, different tool. Oops, sorry about the camera. Different tool in your toolbox for when you're trying to decide how to do your art. So here are the ones we did, and I have a few that I did earlier. This is the print taking after I've done one of these, what was left on the plate. And this was a more subtle version. You can almost see the stencil. I only did this end of it, but you can see what that did. And this, I think, is the print off that plate. And there's a second print off that plate after it was done. And this is another one that I did, just really subtle. I mean, I wasn't trying for a lot of design. I was just trying for a grunge look. So I did a really subtle, very light on the paint. And this was the after print on one of them. So you can get 2 prints out of them. This is another one that I did with a larger stencil. And this is another subtle one. I'll put these pictures, better pictures, at the end of the video so you can see what you can get with us. So thank you very much for viewing my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the technique because it's really fun and it does something different. I mean, you always want to find ways to do things differently to make them more interesting. Thank you very much. If you like, please put a like. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe. I don't know why I had this focused so high, but and thank you very much, and you have a lovely, lovely day.